Hey guys, is your Google Drive a mess? Well, I want to go through some really basic concepts today on organization tips for your Google Drive. I have found that, especially making the transition over to Google, it's best just to start organized instead of dumping a bunch of stuff and having your files all over the place. So let's take a look on how to do that. Here is my current Google Drive. Let's take a tour. Over here on the left-hand side, you have My Drive, which is where all of your things are located. You have Shared with Me, which is for documents that have been shared by other people. You can move these elsewhere if you want. You have a Recent tab that's going to show you the last things you had opened. You do have access to your Google Photos right here. You can also save things to there, move things around. Anything that you put a star next to will pop up under the Starred tab, and you do have access to your trash still. Something that may be different on yours is you may see a shared drive. Right now, my school has not opened that up for access, so you do not see that on this. Also, a new feature is the quick access. So it'll show the last things that you've had open, and that will go for any document. As you can see, I've got slides opened. I've got some PDFs and I've got a Google Doc. So anything that you've used previously will open there. Down below, you will see folders, and then you would see individual files. So it does already provide you some organization, and this is a newer feature. So if you are looking at older materials, you may not see these. You do have a choice of view. This is the grid view, and then you also have the choice of list view. I don't care for list view as much. You can see that the quick access remains the same, but down here you have the folders and the files just in a list. I much prefer the blockier look of this grid view here. So to start out organizing, you are going to want to start making folders. To make a folder, you can either go over anywhere in the zone and right click. And when you do that, you see the button for the new folder. Or you can go over here to New. And when you click on New, you see an option for a new folder. They will both go to the same place. When you click New Folder, it will ask you to give it a title. So I'm just going to make a sample. How about I spell it right? And click Create. When I do that, it's going to put it here alphabetically into my mix. From there, I can drag files where they need to go. So let's say that I came up with something cohesive for these things that are sitting here. I can just drag and drop, and they will disappear. And it will give me a little notice down here where I have moved my stuff. I can change a lot of things with this. For instance, I can change the color. And you can see some of my files have been color-coded. That just helps me find them easier. I can also rename from right-clicking on the title. I can download this whole folder, so everything inside the folder would also download into my computer files, or I can choose to delete the whole thing. The other nice thing that I can do is I can share this whole folder and everything inside of it at one time by clicking Share when I right-click. I do have a shareable link, or I can just enter in addresses. So let's say I have a co-teacher who maybe needs to have access to all my same materials. I don't mind her having access to view all the materials in the folder, or I don't mind him having access to editing all the folders, all items in the folder. I can change those settings from here. So I would add in the address, and then I do have the choice of can organize, add, and edit, or can view only. And you would need to determine how comfortable you are with sharing whatever. If they do have access to edit, they can change the file from the way you had it set. So if that's something that maybe you're using for a CWC class where things need to be modified, it may be best to have view only, or for my purposes, I made a co-teaching file and I made copies of everything in this folder that we would be using so she could use those and modify them. So that's a way to do it as well. As you can see inside this folder, I have more folders, kind of like Inception, more folders inside of folders to help organize things. And then, of course, I have a couple of loose files that either don't fit anywhere or are very important and need to kind of stand out. So these were our lesson plans. They needed to stand out. Other tips and tricks, if you have things that you need to upload. Slow computer. I can upload files. Let's say I'm trying to transfer all of my things from Microsoft and I've got folders already set up or files already set up. I can upload whole files and I can upload files and I can upload whole folders of things from, let's say, my Microsoft information on my standard computer. That way I can access it all through a Chromebook, through Google, on the go. I don't have to worry about it being on one computer only, which is handy, especially if you are kind of a mobile classroom. If you are trying to take things from home to school, just upload it all at one time by using the upload folder. And if you want to upload it all in the existing folders and then move it around, you can, or you can, if you already had a good organization system, fingers crossed, you can upload those folders right where they need to go. So I could do that, let's say, inside my 7th grade. If I had folders that I already had existing in Word or on my computer, I can move those and they would land right inside of here. So easy organization. So those are some good tips and tricks. Remember that you can change your view options. You can make folders inside of folders. You can color code your folders to make them easier to find. They will be alphabetically ordered, so keep that in mind when you're making names. You can share your folders just like you share your files. The shared drive is a new feature which is not available to everyone. If it's not available to you right now, ask your Google admin and they should be able to make it available to you. But that would be a great way for co-teachers and departments to have some shared resources like shared rubrics. And then, of course, you can upload things from your big computer onto Google. Great storage opportunities there, lots more space on there. And again, the easy access of you can find that stuff from any computer as opposed to being on your home-based computer. I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope you learned a lot today. If you've got any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to hit me up with those in the comments below. Thanks for watching.